Your horse will only respect your ElectroBraid fence if it's properly electrified. Electrifying your fence starts with a good grounding system. Use a minimum of 3 copper-clad ground rods. Do not remove the clamp on top of the ground rod. Leave the clamp on while pounding the ground rods into the earth. Pound 3 copper-clad ground rods into damp, moist soil in a dip, glade, or other low-lying wetland. The 3 ground rods should be spaced a minimum of 10 feet apart in a rough triangular pattern. Doing this will ensure a proper ground system. Now, grab a shovel. Dig a shallow trench approximately 8 inches deep. Always bury the wires to protect them from damage and to protect you and the horse from tripping. Connect all 3 ground rods using a continuous length of heavy insulated copper lead-out wire. Strip the wire and then fold the strip section in half. This double copper strip will ensure a good connection with the copper on the ground rod. Connect the ground wire to the ground rod and tighten the clamps. It is best to use a continuous length of ground wire. Do not use 3 separate wires to connect the ground rods. Still using the same length of ground wire, string it all the way back to the energizer, making sure to bury it 8 inches deep. Your ground system is now ready to be connected to the energizer. Just use a little common sense when you're choosing where to put the energizer. The closer it is to the fence, the less wire you need to use, and the less trench digging you'll need to do. Also, place it out of the weather, away from flammable materials, and out of the reach of children. The ground wire you just connected to the ground rods now gets attached to the energizer. Then connect a length of lead-out wire to the energizer. String this lead-out wire all the way out to where it'll connect to the fence. Make sure you bury the wire to protect it from damage. In rocky soils, it's best to run the wire through a poly pipe to protect it from any abrasion. Where the lead-out wire meets the fence, fasten the wire securely to the post to protect it from the horses or any other kind of damage. Connect the lead-out wire to the top strand of braid with a split bolt connector. Then, using short lengths of lead-out wire, jump down from the top strand to the third from the top. And then, jump from the third from the top to the bottom strand. Grab that shovel or pick again, because you're digging a trench to the nearest ground rod in the grounding system we attached to the energizer earlier. You'll be running a length of wire from the second from the top line directly to your nearest ground rod. Connect the ground wire at one end to the ground rod and attach the other end of the ground wire to the second from the top line. You will also have to wire all gates as well. Please consult your installation manual to see exactly how this is done. The electrical connections are done. You can go plug in the Energizer. It's time to test the fence.